Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Today I'm sharing with you my second alternative card design using the January 2026 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Special Delivery. This kit includes everything you need to make 9 Valentine's Day cards, 3 in these 3 different designs. The original cards are quick and adorable. And with just a few simple changes, you can easily create alternative designs like the one I'm going to be sharing with you today. This kit continues to impress me with its soft color palette, postal-inspired imagery, and gorgeous floral elements. For my alternative card, I leaned into those details and created a layered, elegant design that feels perfect for any occasion, for sending encouragement, thanks, or a simple hello. If you are new to my channel and would like to continue to see all of my paper pumpkin alternatives, make sure to subscribe using the link in the bottom right corner. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. So before we begin, let's go ahead and walk through some of the pieces you're going to need to make this card. So you're going to need a card base, and I'm using basic beige cardstock for that. I also have a piece of crumb cake cardstock. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4. From the kit, I've cut the pink plaid card base to 2 7/8 inches by 3 1/2 inches. You're also going to need the large white flower from the kit, as well as some old olive leaves. And I've cut these leaves from the Beautiful Blooms coordinating add-on dies. You could use, though, any leaf die that you have. I also have some basic white cardstock and some gold foil. We're going to cut the beautiful die from that. From the kit, I've cut up the scalloped oval with that gold plaid, and this is the larger side. So when you look at the oval, this is the skinnier side, not the long side, but it really doesn't matter. Just cut that. And if you would like to see my cutting guide to get all of the measurements for all of the ways I cut up the kit, you can subscribe to my Paper Pumpkin Cut Club YouTube membership, and you'll get that cutting guide for free. Or you can be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, and you can subscribe using the link in the description below. Or you can be on my demonstrator team, my creative and company. And if you're interested in that, go ahead and reach out to me and I can get you the information for that. We're also going to use some basic white cardstock for this little day down here in the bottom corner. And then I've got some white baker's twine as well. So let's go ahead and get started with our crumb cake piece here. We're going to do some stamping and some splattering. So I've got my crumb cake ink pad, and I'm going to begin by stamping kind of this postage image. I'm not really sure what to call it. And just randomly stamp this around my card. Maybe something like that. You can keep in mind that we are going to put the focal point here, so we don't need to cover the whole thing. Next, I'm going to do the airmail image, and I'm going to stamp that near these little postage marks. It can go below or above, whatever looks good to you. Then I'm going to do the hearts. I love this little tiny row of hearts. They're so cute and super fun to use as like a background image. So as you can see, I kind of grouped everything together just to kind of keep it so it's not too random. We'll put a little something over here on that side too. But don't just kind of keep things grouped together. That will help your eye move around that piece on your card. I'm next going to splatter this with some dark crumb cake ink, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Blend marker. You can splatter all over or just kind of focus in some areas just to give it a little more texture. And then we can add this to our card base. And I've got my card base, again, is just some basic beige. I like using light color card bases because then you can just write your greeting right onto the card base instead of having to add another layer of cardstock inside. And that just goes right in the center. Let's go ahead and add our pink piece. This again comes from the card base in the kit. And if you're interested in seeing the dimensions, I do have a tutorial on my blog with all the dimensions. And if you're interested in getting the cutting guide, then you'll want to get that through being a part of the Paper Pumpkin Cut Club here on YouTube. So I just stuck that down off to the right. Then you're going to take that scallop piece, put a little bit of adhesive on the back, and you'll just tuck that on the left side with just a little bit showing. Very cute. All right, let's do our flower and leaves next. The flower does get popped up with some dimensionals. Keep them in the center so that you can tuck your leaves underneath. And that goes to the left area. Then you're going to remove the center stem from these leaves here. And you can just tuck those underneath. You could use a glue dot or some liquid glue, whatever you feel works best. If it's not going in all the way, go ahead and cut off that stem. Then it should go in a little bit deeper. Do the same on the second one. And these I've cut from old olive cardstock. You could use any green though. Very cute. Okay, so now for the beautiful, and I've got a fun technique here for you. You're going to want to grab some adhesive sheets, and we're going to put this on the back of our gold and the white. So that one will work nicely for the white. I'm just going to cut a little piece here off the side. And this should work well for the gold. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the adhesive sheet to make kind of like a sticker. Remove the paper backing. Here, let's do it on this one because I can see the seam on that. I always do one side first. Put it in the center on the back, and then you can remove the second side. And I'm going to do the same with the white piece. Then you're going to take this beautiful die. This comes from the Beautiful Blooms coordinating dies, and I'm just making sure it fits. On the front of that cardstock, you are going to cut out 3. You're going to do 1 of gold and 2 from the white. All right, so once you've done that, you're going to take the gold and remove the adhesive sheet from the back. And you're going to lay it on top of one of the white. And what we're doing is we're creating a thicker element so that this really stands out on the card. And I just really love the way this looks. I like using 3 layers. 2 layers is good too if you're only wanting to do 2, but 3 just really makes it stand out. So then you just repeat by removing your backing and adding it to that 3rd layer. So the 2nd white. And I like keeping it in so that way you know the shape is going to match. Sometimes when you pull it out, it is a little bit flimsy. So then just remove all the inside pieces. You don't have to worry about removing them before because they are all cut and they should come right out. Okay, once you've taken all those out, go ahead and remove your paper backing. Just double check that you've got all of the negative spaces removed, and then you can just add this because that last layer also has adhesive sheet on it. You can just add it right below your flower. And by adding the layers, you can see that it really pops it up and creates a nice element there for your card. Let's go ahead and finish the greeting by stamping the word day on our strip here. And this strip is just a little bit larger than 1/4 inch. So it's probably like 5/16 or something. I'm going to use black ink. So I've got this Memento black, and then I have my You Brighten My Day stamp from the kit. I'm only going to ink up the word day by using the edge of the stamp pad. And then you can stamp that right onto the strip. Oh, I need to do it again. That one came out a little blurry. There. Just like that. And then I'm going to cut that down and add it with a dimensional. I'm using a little mini dimensional here. It fits nicely behind that. And then you can just tuck that right near the bottom of the beautiful die cut. So cute. Now I did want to add just a little bit of twine, and I wanted it to be nice and soft. This card just has this beautiful soft feeling with the colors and the images. So I took 10 inches of white baker's twine, and I'm going to separate the strands. I think there are 5, so I'm going to separate them into 2 groups, 1 group of 3 and 1 group of 2. And when you do that, it's just going to give this really beautiful soft, I don't want to say ribbon, it's just these strings, I guess, soft strings that you can add. I like to separate them individually first and then put them back together, so that way they're not wrapped around each other. Okay, and it gives this little curly look to it. It's just so pretty. So what I did is, let's start with just 2 strands, put them back together, and then wrap them around your fingers. I did 3 fingers and then maybe 2 fingers. What you're trying to get is just some loops. Maybe we just do 2 fingers. So some loops like this, and then you're going to tuck them underneath. If you want your strands to show, just pull them out so they're a little longer. Right where everything is connected, let's go ahead and add a glue dot to those strands. Let's add a second one on top. So I'm kind of sandwiching the strands between two glue dots. And then you can take a pick tool or a pair of scissors, put them at the end. Try to get it off your fingers. And then you're just going to tuck it underneath the flower. Okay, just like that. And then you can kind of separate them, whatever you want. So it's under the flower and above the leaves. Okay. If you want to pull up your beautiful, you can kind of carefully remove that if you want it to be on top of those strands. Or you can have the strands on top. It doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and repeat that for the 3 strand. Put 2 together, and then the 3rd, and then just wrap them around your fingers, 2 or 3 fingers, whatever you decide to do. And then once you have it the way you like it, go ahead and add some glue dots to this where they all kind of connect. Okay, so you see how they kind of all connect right there? Put them on something flat and pointy, and then just put them underneath your flower. And you kind of want them to be on opposite sides. And then if you want to separate the loops just a little bit, then you can. It's so soft. It's such a nice element, not too heavy. You can still see through it, so it's perfect to put over some little delicate images like these leaves and flowers. And your card is done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful card today. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin kit, please do subscribe using the link in the description below. If you would like to see written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.